Alright, so this is going to be a video, kind of a throwback to what the channel is supposed to be all about, and that's tips to collectors, trying to help out other collectors through the experiences I've had. And the title of the video, we'll call it Rookie Collecting Mistakes. I just got some bullet points. I'm going to run through them, try to keep this thing under, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. So the first mistake is buying the case and not the card. And what I mean by this is, say you see a PSA 10 card or a Beckett 9.5, and you actually see it in person, and you're looking at it, and you notice one of the corners isn't it's chipped a little bit, or you see surface problem. Grading it's subjective. It's not an exact science. The graders do make mistakes. They go through thousands of cards every day. They're on a time crunch. Stuff's coming through. Errors are definitely made. I mean, you got PSA 10s that are PSA 6s or 7s, I bet, at times. So not all the time, but if you're buying a card for your PC and you have the chance to actually look at it in person, try to buy cards that aren't flawed and in a slab that they probably shouldn't be. So that's the first point. Buying wax, this is one that I kind of struggled with for a while until I finally was able to get away from it. So buying wax is fun, it's entertainment, it's fun to open a box, open a case, watch the game, but on average you're going to get 20 to 40% back. Not that you're ever going to make money buying wax on a consistent basis. I think when you do that, when you do buy wax, it's kind of more for the entertainment value, not the monetary return. So that's one point. And then next, I thought I had one in my pocket to show. Okay, here's one right here. When you're sending in Chrome cards, I've talked about this in so many videos, but use a microfiber cloth. You can even spray a little bit of Windex on it. Rub your surface down. It'll probably bump up grades in every order. So it's just a quick tip. A lot of people know about the microfiber, but for those that don't, it's a good quick one for you. And then this is one that's probably not principle. Probably doesn't apply to all people, because a lot of people get into the hobby or start collecting a player right when they get into the pros. So 3 examples I used here was Wiggins, Chris Bryant, and Jameis Winston. Investing in rookies, that I would say 70 to 90% of the time, the rookies cards are going to be worth less in the future. They're always the hottest that first year they come out. Everybody wants them. Then you get the next batch of rookies coming in, and people kind of, if that player's not, knocking it through the roof or dominating their sport, those cards kind of lose some value. So I think it happens almost all the time with most players. There are some discrepancies, Mike Trout, Bryce Harper now. So I mean, it's not across the board, but for the most part, yes. This is a really good one, because a lot of people pay huge premiums for PSA 10s on a set that's not tough to grade. So I mean, I have 3 examples here that I wanted to show. These are just 3 cards, 3 random cards. I checked the pop reports on them. This is Jarvis Landry. And this isn't a tough set. I checked the pop on this one. I think 67% of the ones sent in got PSA 10, so not a difficult set at all. A 93 Bowman Thomas. This was like 31% got 10, so not as easy as the Jarvis, but not the toughest set either. Look at your borders. If you got white borders, they're always going to get better, because they can't chip. They can just dent. And this was like 4.7%. This card's very condition sensitive. Print errors on the surface, off-centering, you name it. So very tough to get a 10 in this card. Although there's still a lot out there, because they printed so much stuff in 1989. So this is kind of one that bugs a lot of collectors, including myself, and that's proper safety and packing when you're shipping your cards out. Take the time to tape your cards in, put cardboard around them, bubble them. Do whatever you have to do to get the card to the next owner safely. Just because it's not your card anymore doesn't mean you don't have to care about the card, because it's going to be somebody else's and they bought it from you. So just have the common courtesy, because you would expect that for cards coming into yourself. So next is an over-infatuation with sticker autos and event-worn stuff. This stuff's taking over the market. They're throwing it out right and left. Panini's printing products that it's astounding, right? I think 2016 they're going to put out 30 products or something. So I mean, they're gonna have a lot of stickers and a lot of jerseys that the players wore for a minute or two, and then took them off, and I guess they cut them up and put them in the card. So I would focus more on like parallels that are low numbered, 25 or less, of key players, Hall of Famers and stuff like that. I think those have more value in the future. So something else is spending too much time trying to trade with other collectors. Trading often leads to one person wanting to one up the other one. They always want to get a little better deal. You're talking back and forth. You guys are both can't come to a fair agreement on what's fair for both sides. So I just think that kind of takes up time that collectors could be doing other stuff. Trading's not one of my huge. I've honestly never done a trade on all the cards I've bought, and so I've never wanted to trade. I just thought, if you want a card from me, I'll sell it. If I want it from you, I'll buy it. So that's the way it is. This is one that most people know. Buying singles around the time that a product drops. So a product comes out, I don't know, we'll say next week, April 27th, a product drops. The next 2 or 3 weeks, those cards are going to be, going a lot higher. If you wait a couple months, you can still get the card probably half or even less than that if you just wait. You don't need to have the card right when it drops. I mean, there's really no reason unless you're just jumpy or antsy with it. The shiny card effect kind of goes along with the point I mentioned before, which was sticker autos and stuff like that. So that was just kind of wrapped into the other one, getting too caught up in new products. I think there's a lot of, I've gotten into the old stuff lately, and I think there's a lot of great products from, before the 2000s, when there were multiple companies making products for each sport, which was much better in my opinion. And then this is just for people that list on eBay. I know a lot of people hate eBay. That's their own thing. I personally like it, but if you're going to list through eBay and you're going to list, I don't know, more than 100 or 200 items per month, a much quicker way, and a service that I use now is called InkFrog. It's inkfrog.com. You get an account for like $10 a month, or $15 a month, and the way you list, you just make a template and you can just breeze through stuff, getting stuff listed. When you try to list your cards through eBay's website, there's a lot of screens that need to load, and pictures, when they upload, it's slow. So if you're crunched for time and you want to get your stuff listed and out there, check out that site. That's all I got for today. This is kind of I wanted to get this video out all week. I'm glad it's out. Check it out, and let me know what you guys think on this one. Later.